Good morning, guys. We are back where we left off. In our last session, we created this beautiful tag for this insert. And then we created this paper clip. And I used my glimmer mist on it. I don't know if you could see that to make it shine. See that? And that goes here to hold that envelope. And then I did this one off camera, and this is part of the sticker collection that they have. I also put glimmer mist on that. I made it a paper clip. That goes there. And now you have, if you had a little card, you could tuck it there as well. I also took this from the sticker sheet, and I want to make it glossy. I want to emboss it just to show you how beautiful that could be. So let me set this aside. I have my heating tool ready. I have my embossing powder in this container, and I need something to hold this with. Oh, and I also need my Versamark. I'm using Versamark. Now I won't show you my pad because it's pretty nasty. But I use, glycerin to replenish the pad. So all I really have to do is clean that pad, but I never get to it. All right, let's see if that, it looks like it has. Let's see if anything will stick to that. Make sure you cover your Versamark pad. Whoop. I don't want to stick my head in the way there, but I gotta do this where you could see it. Okay. Let's tap this. Exactly what I didn't want to do. Okay, and I didn't even put my mat down. Let me get my mat. I need my mat for heating purposes. Okay. This is a Fisker's mat. It protects from the heat. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what happens here. My embossing tool has to heat up. So once it heats up, you're going to see the change. And while that's hot, I'm going to keep pressing on this. I shouldn't have closed this. Should have left it open. I'm going to dip it again. Try and grab it. I think you could see the droplets and the shine. So let's give that a quick minute. It dries off pretty quickly. So now you have something that's shiny like a penny. There it is. And it's a beautiful paper clip. So let's put this here. Just like that. Okay, and then I wanted to, let me just get this mat out. You don't want to stain your book, so just make sure that that is clean and dry. All right, and then I want to take my 1/8 of an inch punch. I want to take this one out, and I want to punch it in that. You see how it has 3 holes there? I want to try and punch it in that second hole. Yep. And then I want to take one of these that I prepared, and I think I'm going to go with this one. This is a purplish bead, so that it has a dangle. And I like to put the bulb on the top side so that it dangles like that. So that's going to be right there. And that is going to be a dangle. Okay, so we're going to set these aside for now. As well as my heating tool, and we are going to work on our, let's see here, we're going to put in this pocket, and this envelope. So we're going to be using, this envelope is a little too small, but let's see what I can do, because I did this with my punch board. I want to use this side of the paper, again, another scrap. You could print it out if you wanted to, but I have scraps, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to put it here. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to take my pocket. I'm going to grab my pocket. Actually, I can use a, why don't we use an angle pocket? Let's see if that's going to fit better that way. Yeah, we're going to use an angle pocket. And this one I'm going to just cut right along that line. Okay, so we're going to make sure that your paper is going in the right direction. Yeah. And then trace that out. That's all we have to do. There is your pocket cut out. I'm going to cut this out by hand. So I'm going to cut here straight on this line. Go all the way up. And because this is blunt there, I'm just going to do the same on this side. Eyeballing it as usual, and then this is going to be my line to cut on. I'm going to cut it right here on this line. And then here and here. And then I'm going to get my scoreboard, and we're going to score it. Gently score so that you don't tear your paper. See how I'm off? There we go. And then I'm also going to cut this end. I'm going to cut that on an angle. And there's your pocket. This has to be cut at an angle as well. And there's your pocket. So we're going to go here, and there is our pocket. I'm going to place it just like that. So let's use this 1/4-inch tape. Keeping that pocket away from the spine so that your page turns better. Just make sure you burnish. Okay. So now we have an angled pocket as opposed to a square pocket. All right. Just put this template back. I like putting my templates back. I don't like leaving them lying around because once I start doing that, they'll be all over the place and I could lose them. Okay, so we have that, right? Now, I think I want to print out, let me see, do I want to print out another envelope? I like envelopes. I really didn't plan. Or do I want to do a tag? I think I want to do it. Let me do a tag so I can use my scraps. Let me do a tag. Let's see. Is this one too big for here? It's not. You could bring it down. You could do it this way, like this. So, let me, I've used this already. Alright, just give me a minute, I'll be right back. Alright, I selected this one because it fits in that pocket. And I had this piece of scrap that I really didn't want to get rid of. So I figured I could use this side. I was going to use the flowers, but this has flowers here. I could use it, let's see. Let's use it this way. Do I want to use it this way? It's kind of taller this way. I'm going to use it this way, taller. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark this here so that I could cut it square on my cutter. And this is just to show you, because I only have 12 papers, 6 front and back designer papers from the collection that I can use. Now, instead of wasting the scraps, that's my first go-to. So I'm just going to cut along this line here. And voila, you have a tag. I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. So I am going to bring this back down. Measure it again. And while it's a little tag, it still works. Because we are going to ink the edges. You could use this side as well if you wanted to, because this works just as well. It's part of the collection. See that? Okay, so now I I wanted to, if I use this side, I wanted to see if I could put this on here just to make it a little higher. Maybe I could use it like a tab. Let's see. I think if I use it as a tab, I can do just 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 3. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to cut it right here so you could see what I'm talking about. I'm going to cut that right in that center, making sure this goes back in place. And then this one I am going to fold. Right on the third there. But before I close it, let me see. I'm going to have to separate these. Alright, so I'm going to cut it right there. Actually, I'm going to cut it right in the center of this. And then I want to make sure this is going to go like this. So just to make that even, I'm looking at this here. So I'm going to cut half of this one off. And that should be, it should fit perfect. Okay, so let's get this out of the way, and I'm going to use my squares that I have here, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to use that as the center guideline. So it's not going to be perfect, but oh, I did not ink it once again. I'm going to round these corners. Ooh, and this is just to show you what you can do with your stickers. Well, it's not in the center. Even that ruler didn't help me. Oh, that's just too funny. If I eyeball it, it comes out better. Okay, so that's one. And then this, I'm going to use this side right here, this corner. To place that down. Okay, now we have a tab there. We can go ahead, or maybe I should have did the corners before. But if that doesn't work, doesn't work, we can always do it the opposite way. So we're going to make it tag style. Ink it up. You could get it as close as possible. Everything is eyeballed. Come on, baby. I think it's just off. Not too much. There we go. And then we're going to, I want to put a one of these, a hole reinforcement. I want to put it right in the center of that. Don't forget to ink the back of it. And then here, I want to put, maybe I should put pink on there. Maybe I could use that pink. Let's use this one. Okay. Cut your ends. And then I also want to add one of these. So I'm going to put it through here. I can see what I'm doing. Bring it all the way around. Now you have that. Maybe this one should be the one on top because it seems a little, there we go. That falls better. And then we can take I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this part of the tape measure, the strip, and go ahead and put it right on here. So I'm going to do up to 3.5. And hopefully cut it straight. Well, we don't need to cut it straight. Actually, we're gonna oh. Gotta make sure this stays on the sticky part. Okay, we're going to go ahead and give that a jagged edge there, and a jagged edge there. Make your edges. And I think I want to add some sticky tape to this, just to give it some more adhesive. And then I want to put this one right here. Or should I put it down here? Like right there. Oh, stand up for this. No, I think I want to do it there on the side. Just like this. Okay, and there you have your embellished tag. You could still write on it on both sides, and it goes right into your pocket. And look how pretty that looks. You could add something to your pocket right here if you wanted to, but I think we're good for this pocket right now. So now let's look at the book again and see what else we can do. Alright, so that would be that page. These are hidden paper clips, which I have already. I did these last night, so I'm going to select from one of these to save some time. And what am I going to choose? I'm going to choose, I think I'm going to choose this one that says bubbles. Isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Now, this one says create on top, and I made them flat because my idea was to pin this on there. So what you have to do is kind of open it up like this, put it across the top there. Careful you don't, let's get through that first. Make sure you don't poke your fingers because it will hurt. Did I do that straight? Probably not. Well, let's see what happens. And then we can go ahead and just add it to that page. What do you think? Go ahead and cut this here upward, and this one. I think I like that. Maybe a little high. Or should we put it on this page? No, then it's going to be too long. I think I'm going to leave it on this page. Or, I don't like the fact that it's so high up. We can take this page up top and just put it on an angle, just like that. Clip it. Cut this. I have to glue this here because it's messing with my head right now. I like that. So what do you think? I think I like that. this one you could just tuck it on the side and it will hide your clip there if you needed to. So there we go. There we go. We'll find something else for this. And then we'll leave that like that. Okay. Next, we have to create and continue. Alright. I have this one that I made for this book. So I'm going to say it's supposed to go on this next page. But I'm going to skip a couple of pages. I'm going to select this page. And that is a magnet holder. And these are by Lily Rays. These I created. These are not in the market yet. But I have created these. They are not on YouTube, other than my channel. And then you can take and let me see. What this collection did not have was I misplaced my embellishments. Oh, just give me a minute. Sorry. Okay, I decided to go with this. This I made last night as well. And look at how strong this paper clip is that it holds. This has, and this is cardstock. This is from one of my other collections, but because it was so neutral, I figured I could use it here. So I'll just lift that, and that magnet will hold it. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add some, just a strip of butterflies. To the top of this, right about there. And cut this one just a little bit straighter. And I want to ink that up. And then I'm going to use my tape runner on this. Did I cut it too long? Oh, maybe it's a little too long. And that just ties it in with the collection. And I want to show you real quick how I made this. I also have this little pin here. It's a clothespin. I just put 2 blings on it. And you can use that, you know, just on any page, really. It's just, you can even put it here to hold a piece of paper. Actually, let's put it here on the side. We'll use it later on, but so that it doesn't get lost. We'll leave it right there. Okay, so I want to show you how I did this. Let's see if we can do that quickly. I do want to use, because we can put it somewhere else in the book. Okay, so I have this piece and my punch board. So let's see. This measures 3.5 by 7.5. And to make the pocket, you're going to have to flip it up. Okay, so let's see how big I want my pocket. Let's do it. The height is going to be 4. Wait, let's punch it here first. This is for the top portion. Let me just pull this down. For this top portion here, you're going to be making this first. So for this top portion, all we need is about, I'm going to make it since I'm using my punch board, I'm going to use this as a guide, this white line here, right on the outside of that. Okay, so that's the top, and then the pocket, I want it to be, it's 3, maybe 3.5, because this is gonna fold up this way. So here it's going to be almost 3 5/8 from here to here. This is how you read the board this way. I hope I'm in focus there. Okay, reading the board this way. So from 1 to 3 5/8. You punch, flip it over, three and almost 5/8. Right about there. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut this straight down like this. Okay. And then I want to round my corners. And I'm going to use my scoreboard. And I'm going to take this I'm going to line it up as best I can. I mean, you don't have to score it, you could just fold it. But I think it gives it a better crease that way. And so that's going to be your pocket. And then I take these here and I turn this around. Let me see, I think I want the pink side, like that. Then I'll take, because I want the edges, these rough edges, to be on the pink side, I'm going to line this up from here to here, and then I'm just going to start scoring. To make it look like an actual cover. And I think I'm going to round my edges on this. On here. I think I'm going to round them just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so there you have your jar. Or your pocket. Now, let's ink this up. And I just slightly go over this so you could see the lines. Just a little bit, not too much. Since this is the side that you're going to see, this is what you ink up. And this is going to be glued down. Alright, so now I'm going to use my Aleene's tacky glue to seal these pockets. Now we're going to let that dry. Alright, now we have to do the insert. See that, how pretty? So this is what we're going to do next. But I have to remember my measurements from here to here. Duh. Alright. Let me see, do we have another? Let's use this one. Okay, so we're going to use this as our template. I have a mess on my desk. Top there. I do want a straight line. Let's cover my glue. So we're going to make sure that that line is straight there. Another scrap. And then we're going to take our punch board. Actually, I should have made it a little smaller because I don't want it as tall. We'll just cut the lid off a little bit. Alright, so we did, what did we do? Let's do the, oh, we did this here. We use that as a guide. So we're going to do the same thing there. And we're using this as a guide out here, this white line. Oop, I moved it. Rats, I moved it. Oh, good gosh. That's not off too much. I moved it. Alright, and then with this one, we're going to round the corners. Actually, I think I'm going to cut it because I want it to be down below. So I'm going to cut it right on this line. And now I'm going to round it. And then these, I'm going to cut just outside that line so that the top looks a little bit bigger, so that it has more of a curve. See that? And then I'm going to run my corners. Okay. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and use your scoreboard to put in those score lines to make the cover. Keep going down until you meet that last line there. Okay. And then we want to go ahead and ink the edges. And again, I like to just, so that you could see those ridges. I hope you could see the ridges. Let me see. Can you see the ridges? Yeah, right there. And then ink your edges. And then what we can do is take this pink ribbon, we can actually put some tape from ear to ear, hopefully straight. Make sure you have the center of your ribbon. Put it on the center of this tape. Hoping that that's the tape because I could barely see it. Yeah. And then lay your ribbon flat. Like that. Turn it around. And then here, we're going to make a beautiful bow. Let me fix this. There. So now you have a bow. Try and make it as even as you can. What did I do here? I made it like a bow tie bow. That doesn't work for me. Try and get the shiny part outside, but it's not going to work. Come on, baby, cooperate. I never had such a difficult time making a bow. But that's because I want the ribbon to do something that it doesn't want to do. But it's going to do what I say, not what it wants. Okay, and now we're just going to cut that there, cut that there. If you want, you could put a little bit of crazy glue in the middle so that that ribbon doesn't come out. If you want, that's up to you. And then I want to put, oh, excuse my sniffles. This is going to fit here. Oh, did I make it? Look at this. I made it too big. What a knucklehead. What a knucklehead. But we're going to go ahead. You know, there's never anything that I can't fix. Okay? Nothing that I cannot fix. I'm going to turn it around this way and do the same thing here. Ink it again. Excuse me. You must be saying, what is she doing? I should have mentioned that I didn't. Is it gonna fit? Oh, it's because of the glue. It's because of the glue. Oh goodness. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit because I say it's going to fit. Let's take another sliver off. I think the top is gonna be bigger than the bottom. But I have an idea for this, so I don't want to give up on this. I should have remembered about the glue. Cross your fingers. Here we go. Yes. It fits. I want it to go all the way down. There we go. There we go. And there is your topper. But I have one more step that I want to show you. And then after this, we'll call it done. I want to take this one. First, I think I want to put, let me see, I want to put, 'Put, these here maybe. I want to put these like there's a jar with butterflies inside of it. so that when you pull the tag up, what you see is butterflies. Right. And then this one we're going to put here, like that underneath there. We don't want it to be perfect, we want it to be random. Right, and then we're going to put this one facing down, like that. And what else do I want to do? Can we put let me see if I could use the, where did I put it? A strip of the butterflies going like that. Or maybe like on the jar, like on top of the jar. You see that? Okay, we're gonna eyeball this. I think that one's good. Let me just cut this up, ink it, and I'll be right back. Okay. We really have to think outside the box here because my paper is limited. I do have some background sheets that I will be using and incorporating into this kit, not the kit, but the project. These are the pastel background colors that I have. We can use this one here, we could use this one here, and also any of these two. So eventually I will incorporate some of these background colors with this collection. These, as you can see, have lines. They're for writing. So this is in my shop, in my Etsy shop. So you can download them from there. So I went ahead and excuse me, added this pin to this bow, and I wanted it to look like the butterflies were inside that jar, and I hope I accomplished that. Alright, so, and then instead of putting the strip across here, I put it just on top there. And then we have there we go. There we have that inside there. And now you can just put some glue on here and tack it down. So now we have two. Oh, and I forgot my, let's see. Maybe I should put some twine on top here. I don't know. I don't know. I think this one was, I think I like it better with the round cover like that. I guess maybe I should take it out. Alright, so let's go ahead and see where we're at in this project, because embellishing takes a minute. So this one is going to go right here. All you have to do is lift that up. Look how strong that magnet is. I love it. Whoops. Let's push it more toward the center of the page. Okay, so we have that for this page. Look, it's even pulling the insert out. Okay. And then now this one, let's go ahead and put this in the second signature. I know we're not there yet, but I want to go ahead and I think I want to put it there. I like the match. We can also use the back as a tuck spot. So let's do that. I'm going to use this score tape, and we're going to use the back as a tuck spot, so we could use it then as a pocket. Maybe I should squeeze this here, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it. And so then later on, when we get back to this page, we will have a tuck back here. So we can go ahead and make a tag for it. But we will do that later on. Okay? So let's see what we have. I did want to okay, we have this one. Let me see where we're at. I want to make that envelope, and I want to put this pocket down, but I think we're running out of time. I think we're over our time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there, and in our next video we'll go ahead and add this pocket with the wave pocket. All in all, I love the way this came out, and I hope that I was able to teach you something. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.